Hi, I'm Tom, and this is Adult Game Reviews. We discussed 5 of the highest rated Honey Select adult games available last week. I scoured all the websites from Reddit to Itch and others to find the top 10 Honey Select games, and this is part 2. I saw some recommendations, and while I like most of the games recommended, there was one game that was recommended consistently, but we'll get into that one in a second. Let's round out the top 10. Number 6, Once in a Lifetime by Charybdis. If you've been playing AVNs or adult games for a while, you know Once in a Lifetime. Once in a Lifetime is a completed title, and many people like it even better than Eternum. While I won't go that far, I do think Once in a Lifetime is funnier than Eternum. Once in a Lifetime has my favorite character from any game I have ever played. This includes non-adult games, and they're only a minor character. I miss you, Stabby Mike. In Once in a Lifetime, you follow a high school student who lives with his stepmom and stepsisters. He tries to navigate school, but mostly is investigating a greater conspiracy that could destroy the world. You can get Once in a Lifetime from Itch or through Charybdis' Patreon. If you like the weird humor in Eternum, then I strongly recommend Once in a Lifetime. Okay, moving on to number 7, Harem Hotel by Rooney. Harem Hotel is still in development and has always been one of my favorite AVNs. It is also in the top 10 or top 5 on practically every list. I know a lot of people don't like the grindy aspect of building the hotel and training the girls. However, I don't mind grind if it feels worth it, and it does to me in Harem Hotel. In Harem Hotel, you inherit a hotel in a faraway land where elves are real and used as indentured servants or worse. As you build and expand the hotel, you gain access to more tenants. You build relationships with all the girls, explore their backgrounds, and train them for whatever you need. Harem Hotel is a game that will take up a lot of your time if you don't rush through it. There are a lot of adult scenes, but the story is surprisingly sweet if you decide to build relationships with the girls. I haven't jumped back in for a while because development is really slow, and I really hate playing AVN's update to update, with a few exceptions. The one real knock on Harem Hotel is the development time. I worry Harem Hotel will turn into like a summertime saga. It will be in development forever and never actually finish, and then one day just kind of die. For everyone asking me to review Summertime Saga, this is the reason why I haven't. I don't want to review a game that I think is probably abandoned or dead. Crossing my fingers that Harem Hotel doesn't fall into the same trap. Next, we have an AVN in early development, but first, please like the video if you liked it and subscribe if you aren't. I have followed this AVN for a couple of months, and it continues to get high praise. It has also remained in the top 10 due to solid reviews. So number 8, Evermore by Prometheus EVN. I will just read the description. At the age of 4 years old, your parents are murdered in your childhood home. The years that would follow only got worse. Every family you lived with died in a mysterious way. Slowly but surely, rumors spread, and you start to be known in the community as the cursed child. These tragedies continue until you were adopted by a single mother of 3 named Natalie, and since then, your life has been happiness and joy. You have finally found your home, and in doing so, you figured out that you have magical abilities that you're just starting to explore. It's currently on version 0.3, which you can name your price on Itch or subscribe to Prometheus's Patreon. However, development is very slow, so you may want to wait for 0.4 to be released before jumping in. That's my plan anyway. Number 9, Murmur by Devil's Dad. Murmur is up there in every list, just not at the top. It's currently on version 0.61 with version 0.6 as free public release. Looks great and it sounds really interesting. I'll have to jump into this one, but you play a 28-year-old guy who gets involved in some unexpected mystical events. His life gets turned on its head and he has to survive in a new world. As you play, you'll meet girls who need you just like you need them. Will you seduce them or cherish and love them? It's up to you. Each one of them has their own background, characters, and hidden interests. You can check out Murmur on Devil's Dad's Patreon. Okay, lastly, number 10, Cyberheart by DePeppo. First of all, Cyberheart is gorgeous. It really shocked me at how pretty the game looks. Cyberheart is newly into the top 10, but has fantastic reviews for being very early in development. Cyberheart is described as you play a main character who has searched for his purpose his whole life. The AVN sounds like a dystopian future. The world has been taken over by corporations and technology. Purpose comes knocking when a girl falls into his life, who is a victim of corporate experimentation. It is up to him and the people around him to save this girl from the people who would do her harm. Only 2 chapters have been released so far. You can name your price on Itch or support DePeppo's Patreon for more info on development. Okay, that's the list. I'm really curious to see how these AVNs turn out. AVNs like Ripples, Lucky Paradox, and Murmur probably warrant a review at some point, but let me know if there are any that you want to see reviewed. I just released the second girlfriend review of Good Girl Gone Bad on my Patreon for patrons at the $10 and up tier. So if you want to see a woman's perspective, or if you want the links to the games from today's video, you can check out patreon.com/adult game reviews. Also, stay tuned for my Project Passion review on Thursday. If you haven't seen my review of Halfway House, you can check it out right here. Thanks again. Until next time.